money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show, the ash cash show, ash cash show.
Baby, I got your money.
All right, so welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com, subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are live on location. So we at New Orleans, right? We're in New Orleans right now with the fam. You know what I'm saying? About to connect with my brother. We mastermind and we working on something big, something powerful. And so, we wanted to change the scenery. And so we said, all right, let's come down up. I don't even know the direction, but from Atlanta, let's go to New Orleans, make this power out. So I'm excited. So just stay tuned, stay tuned. 2021 is really about impact. And so everybody, if you hear the sound of my voice, the goal is impact. Like how can you just have more impact? That's all. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing right now, whatever you love to do, whatever impact you're having, how can you have greater impact? And that's what I'm looking at. I'm just like, all right, I'm what Hope said, I'm clear why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very clear why I'm here. I gotta just continue to push forward. You know what I'm saying, and create bigger impact. And so that's the goal. The 3-day intensive. We still got 4 spots left. And so if anybody's on the fence, I'm not. Here's what I'm gonna tell you. I had a few people hit me. And tell me that they are interested and they're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm not holding those spots because there's a lot of people who are, looking to, take advantage of the 3-day intensive. It's unprecedented. What we're about to do is going to be powerful. And so please take advantage of it because the next one we do, in God's will, the next one we do is probably going to be a bigger investment. If y'all know me, what I always do is I always start out at a lower cost, and it's not about like not knowing my value or anything like that. But I always start out at a lower cost, just to prove the concept, and then. It's sort of like an entry point, right? Like the soft open, like you get it at the soft opening. Money B Low, what up? Top of the top. We start at a low entry point, just to kind of, prove the concept. And then after that, once the concept is proven, then we go to what the price should be. And so for everything that I'm doing, and just to kind of give you an example, so the 3-day intensive is literally 3 days of masterminding, of getting your idea, getting the right idea with your book, giving you the guidance to dictate majority of the book, getting you to create a marketing plan for your book. So it's not just writing the book. It's also masterminding to come up with the best marketing plan for your book based on your business and who your target market is. And then after 3 days, my team and I, we take everything that you've done, and then we create a marketing plan for you. We create, we give you a book, and then we give you instruction on how to launch, right? How to launch your book to make sure that it's successful. To give you an example, I'm working with an NFL player and helping them write their book. And easily the same 3 days. You know what I'm saying? So doing the same thing I'm doing with y'all, at the investment that I'm doing with y'all, I'm doing with an NFL player, right? Same 3 days. They fly, you know, so it's somebody who plays for the Miami Dolphins. You know, his team is flying me and my team out to Miami to spend 3 days with the NFL player and his family, right? And in that 3 days, same thing. We're gonna mastermind. We're gonna come up with the marketing plan and all that stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What we and then after that we deliver them the book. You know what I'm saying? We come up with a marketing plan. The same thing, same exact thing. You know what I mean? Is a 5-figure investment for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you exactly how much, but you know, for them it's a 5-figure investment, right? And so I promise you, what we doing as a group is definitely something that something that the investment should be bigger. And so I got 4 slots left. If you go to mybookin3days.com, I put it right here. Wait, hold on. If you go to www.mybookin3days.com, it's in Atlanta though. You know what I'm saying? So it's in Atlanta. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing. So it's next week. It's June 8th, 9th, and 10th. And so it's June 8th, 9th, and 10th, but it's in Atlanta, face to face. My book in 3days.com. Yeah, so in Atlanta. And so yeah, you know what I mean? If you were on the fence, if you still thinking about it, I have 4 spots left. And you know, just take advantage, because after this one, it's definitely going to be. I'll probably do another one in August or July. I don't know yet. We'll see. But you know, it's definitely going to be double what the investment is today. You know what I mean? So whatever the investment is today, when I do the next one, it's probably going to be. You know, it's probably not probably. Most likely, it's going to be, you know, double the investment. So yeah, looking forward to that. What else? All right, Freestyle Friday. So y'all put y'all request in. Yeah. Fast shout to A-Lo. Yo, so fast shout to A-Lo. She got her spot. Fast shout to Griff. Griff got his spot. I don't want to mess up fast shout to Unconquered Healer. He got his spot. A. Lander got his spot. Gail got her spot. Linda got her spot. Ramaya's gonna be in the building. He got his spot. And who else is gonna be in there? I forget. But we you know what I'm saying? We gonna have a impactful 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Who else? I forget. My fault. I'm trying to go off the top of my head. So please excuse me, but it don't even matter. We gonna get you a bestseller. We gonna get you a bestseller. And so once you get your bestseller out there, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Now the China, that's what I was just talking about. Now it's not too late. It's we got 4 spots left. Let me just put the journal on here. I think I just dropped it on here. But China B. LaChina B, yeah. So we got 4 spots left. All right, so so tap in. So let's see, daily aspiration. I think I'll do daily aspiration first. Voila. Daily aspirations. So I did get a request though. And so I'm gonna play this request real quick, and maybe all right, we're gonna do daily aspiration first. We're gonna do daily aspiration first, and we're gonna see how can I get the info and pricing I need to be there. So hit the website, LaChina. It's in Atlanta, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's next week. And 3 days, and hit the website, mybookin3days.com. Goddess Shay, what up? What up? Yeah, A-Lo, we about to make it happen. It's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna be super dope. It's gonna be super dope. All right. So daily aspiration, let's rock out. Happy Friday, my brave and fearless. Welcome to a new day, a new chapter, and a new opportunity to do it better than before. Today's daily aspiration is dedicated to temporary defeat. Stop giving permanent energy to temporary things. On your road to greatness, there will be many times you will be met with temporary defeat. This in no way means that you should give up or wave the white flag. This only means that there is a part of your plan that you need to adjust sooner rather than later. Too often we get so close to our goal, and because of a minor setback, we decide to abandon ship. Don't. Victory is within the mouth. Keep pushing and realize that whatever the obstacle, it too shall pass. The only thing that is permanent is death. I'll say that again. The only thing that is permanent is death. If you ain't dead, then it ain't over. It's a fact though. The only thing that's permanent is death. If you ain't dead, then it ain't over. Your dreams will be yours if you are willing to sacrifice and pay the price. That price may include some hardships and some defeat, but it's a small price to pay once you get what you came for. Defeat is temporary. Treat it as such and keep making your dreams happen. Repeat after me. Nothing can stop me but me. Today, I will do everything in my power to move in directions of my dream. Y'all supposed to say that with me. We're going to do it one more time, right? Say it with me. Repeat after me. Nothing can stop me but me. Today, I will do everything in my power to move in the direction of my dreams. I will no longer treat temporary defeats as if it's the end of the world. Instead, I will learn from these defeats and use them as the fuel to keep moving forward. Everything that I need to accomplish, all of my dreams and aspirations are already in my possession. I simply have to believe in my power and use what I already have. I am greatness. I will get exactly what I came for with no restrictions. The world is mine. Life is good. Hopefully y'all was repeating that with me. If not, go back to your daily aspirations. Look yourself in the mirror. Say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to rock out with me. I'll leave you with a couple of quotes. The first one's by Lance Armstrong, and it says, pain is temporary. It may last a minute or an hour or a day or a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. Next quote by Henry Ford, and it says, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that an airplane takes off against the wind, not with it. And then last but not least, failure should be our teacher, by Dennis Watley. Failure should be our teacher, not our undertaker. Failure is delay, not defeat. It is a temporary detour, not a dead end. So make sure y'all take heed to that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all take heed to the fact. I'm trying to get the light right. Make sure y'all take heed to the fact that don't give permanent energy temporary things. Things are gonna happen, but just know that everything that has been happening in your life is a direct correlation or direct connection to what you've been asking for. And so before Freestyle Friday, I did get a request, and so Fat Shout. I don't know if you want me to say your name, but Fat Shout. You know what I'm saying, for the request. And so the request was around emotions, you know what I'm saying? The question was about, what do you do, right? Especially when you think about COVID. Like, I'll be honest with you, when you think about like COVID-19 and what was, the pandemic and George Floyd and all that stuff or whatever, right? when you think about that, you realize that there's been a lot of emotions like up and down. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's been a roller coaster ride. You know what I'm saying? It's been a roller coaster ride. And when you look at the roller coaster ride that has been happening, you say to yourself, like, man, like how do I deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I deal with like emotions? You know what I'm saying? My guy Keith, man, you don't even know how happy I am to see you in the building, my guy. You know what I'm saying? So when you deal with emotions, you know what I'm saying? When you deal with emotions, I didn't say this yet. Oh no, finish track. When you deal with emotions, right? What you realize is that there's so many emotions, but how do you deal with these emotions? And so I got two things that I picked up. One by Tony Robbins. The other one is by Jim Rohn that I want to play. I would suggest if I was a betting man, or if I was gonna suggest anything, I would suggest you get your pen and paper out and really like listen to this. Because at all times we're gonna have different emotions, and we're gonna need to learn how to deal with those emotions. I touched on this a little bit yesterday, but I think Tony Robbins, the guru, the big homie, I think he did a good job. So let's see what my guy got to say.
If your mind not right, then everything off a rock. So just keep positive and keep on moving along with MindRightRadio.com. How would you feel in life if you knew, no matter what emotion you felt, you could go, okay, am I feeling uncomfortable, or is that a feeling of fear, or is that a hurt feeling, or an anger type of feeling, or a frustrated type of feeling, or disappointed, or guilty, or inadequate, or overloaded, or lonely feeling? How would you feel if you knew that in a moment or two, you could instantly get out of that feeling, no matter how intense it had been? Would that be useful? Then stick with me, okay? Because I know this may seem a little bit cumbersome at first, so listen to me carefully.
Let me know if y'all can hear that.
At any moment you feel any emotion, the first step you're going to always want to take to master your emotion, first step always will be to identify the signal. What I mean by identify the signal is figure out, if you're having a feeling, which one of these categories is going for. Let me say that again, because I think you'll get this. If you're feeling pain, it's a message. It means to change the way you're looking at things, and therefore what they mean to you, or change the way you're communicating your desires or needs to someone, especially if the pain involves somebody else, or change the way you're behaving, the way you're treating others, and that'll get you a new response. That's in essence the basis of all these action messages. They're telling you, you got to set a new outcome and move in a new direction. Otherwise, you're going to stay in pain. And by the way, let me mention something to you. If you ignore a message, if you ignore one of these signals, these action signals, whether it be the signal of feeling hurt or fearful or angry or frustrated, disappointed or overloaded, that signal doesn't go away. It intensifies. You'll feel even more hurt, even more angry. It intensifies until one day you get smart enough to say, hey, I got to change something here. I got to change my expectations, the way I'm evaluating this thing, the way I'm looking at things, the way I'm feeling about it, or the way I'm communicating what I need, or I got to change the way I'm behaving. Period. I'm going to keep feeling this until I make one of those three changes. It's that simple.
That's simple.
Next, once you've identified the signal, i.e. you've been identified, you said, I'm feeling rejected, and what that really means is I'm feeling uncomfortable, or it really means I'm feeling hurt, or angry, or lonely, or whatever. And the second step is appreciate the message. Respect that emotion. Don't make that emotion wrong. So many times we say, well, I don't want to feel rejected, or I don't want to feel bad, or I don't feel angry, I don't want to feel hurt. Don't do that. Appreciate it. It has a message for you. It means you got to change. But it also means something very specific depending upon which emotion of these 10 categories. So before I go any further, let me review with you what the messages are that each one of these 10 signals is giving you. You've already said that if you're uncomfortable, the message is simple. You got to change your state, clarify what you want, and take action in the direction of what you want. And immediately you won't be uncomfortable anymore. If you're feeling category number 2, emotions of fear, whether it be concern or apprehension or worry or anxiety or scared or frightened or terrified, no matter what intensity it is, any one of those still are fearful emotions. And fear emotions deliver one message to us. We need to prepare ourselves to deal with something or to avoid the negative consequences of something that's coming up, something that's a situation or event. Basically, fear is get prepared. Get your so you can deal with it. And that's a valuable message.
That's a bar.
What most of us do is we get fearful, and we don't take the message. We either try to deny the fear and act like we're real strong, and all it does is get stronger and stronger. Or worse, we just surrender the fear and we don't get the message. All we do is we get caught up in the emotion, and we get more scared, and we amplify it. And we start thinking of the worst that can happen rather than figuring out, okay, what do I need to do?
Yo, let me stop that real quick, because that's a bar. I need y'all to understand that. Yo, my guy Tony Robbins said this, right? Fear means get prepared. That's all, right? Fear means get prepared. That's all. And so what happens is a lot of people feel fear, and as they're feeling fear, they do two things. They either run from what they're afraid of and they continue to be afraid, or they don't deal with it at all and they try to act like it's not existing. But fear is just telling you, yo, there's something that you have to deal with, right? There's something that you have to deal with. As you learn how to deal with those things, then the fear, it removes itself, right? And so I'll give you a basic one, like, because like one of the things people fear is like bodily harm, right? Like, oh, I'm afraid that if I go out at night, somebody will do something, right? So you do two things. You either don't go out at night, right? But you still want something that's outside. So you say, yo, I'm not going to go out at night. I'm going to wait till it feel a little safer, right? Or you move, right? Or you protect yourself, right? And so you can have this fear, but you're like, nah, I'm not going to let fear stop me. I'm going to get into an environment where I'm no longer afraid of this thing, or I'm going to prepare myself for this thing, right? Or let's say, there's something that you want to do, right? There's a business you want to do. There's something, a dream, an aspiration, whatever it is, it's something that you want to do. And you say to yourself, man, I'm afraid, right? You are fearful. You could be fearful, like what, you know what I mean? Like what fear is just telling you, right? Fear is just telling you to get prepared, right? It's saying get prepared. So now if you have this dream that you want, the only reason you're afraid is because you don't know the outcome, right? You don't know, am I going to be successful or am I not going to be successful? And so there may be a fear that, what if I'm not successful? How am I going to look? So I got a fear of what other people think about me, right? And so now let me get prepared as much as I can to do this thing that I want to do, because I know, right, that if I fail at this thing, I don't care what other people think about me, because I am prepared, and that failure is going to give me new insight on what I could do differently. You know what I'm saying? And so when you start, and this is why I love Tony Robbins, because he gets into the root of it. When you start thinking about fear, you're like, yo, fear just means I'm not ready. Nobody's afraid of things that they know, right? Nobody's afraid of anything that they know. Like if you know something, you're not going to be afraid of it, because by knowing it, you know what steps to take, right? And so in order to know it, just get ready, just do it. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want you to miss that bar. Hold on.
To be prepared, to avoid the negative consequences and make this work.
Yo.
For example, people have fear of failure. That's a valuable fear. It's saying get prepared so you won't fail. The third category of emotions, those are hurt feelings.
Wait, I almost want to go back. Wait, hold on. Hold on, I almost want to go back, because I want to make sure I got some new people coming in the building. I want to make sure y'all caught this. You know what I'm saying?
Right now you're tapped in and tuned in. MindRightRadio.com. MindRightRadio.com. Tapped in and tuned in. Elevation Panana.
Yo, catch this. Yo, this whole thing is barred up.
If your mind are right, then everything up a rock. So just stay positive and keep on moving along with MindRightRadio.com.
How would you feel in your life if you knew, no matter what emotion you felt, you could go, okay, am I feeling uncomfortable, or is that a feeling of fear, or is that a hurt feeling, or an anger type of feeling, or a frustrated type of feeling, or a disappointed, or a guilty, or inadequate, or overloaded, or lonely feeling? How would you feel if you knew in a moment or two you could instantly get out of that feeling, no matter how intense it had been. Would that be useful? Then stick with me, okay? Because I know this may seem a little bit cumbersome first, so listen to me carefully. At any moment you feel any emotion, the first step you're going to always want to take to master your emotions, first step always will be to identify the signal. What I mean by identify the signal is figure out, if you're having a feeling, which one of these categories is going to. Let me say that again, because I think you'll get this. If you're feeling pain, it's a message. It means you'll change the way you're looking at things, and therefore what they mean to you. Or change the way you're communicating your desires or needs to someone, especially if the pain involves somebody else. Or change the way you're behaving, the way you're treating others, and that'll get you a new response. That's in essence the basis of all these action messages. They're telling you, you got to set a new outcome and move in a new direction. Otherwise, you're going to stay in pain. And by the way, let me mention something to you. If you ignore a message, if you ignore one of these signals, these action signals, whether it be the signal of feeling hurt or fearful or angry or frustrated or disappointed or overloaded, that signal doesn't go away. It intensifies. You'll feel even more hurt, even more angry. It intensifies until one day you get smart enough to say, hey, I got to change something here. I got to change my expectations, the way I'm evaluating this thing, the way I'm looking at things, the way I'm feeling about it, or the way I'm communicating what I need, or I got to change the way I'm behaving, period. I'm going to keep feeling this until I make one of those three changes. It's that simple. Next, once you've identified the signal, i.e. you've been projecting what that means is I'm feeling uncomfortable, or it really means I'm feeling hurt, or angry, or lonely, or whatever.
You know.
Appreciate the message. Respect that emotion. Every time I don't want to feel rejected, I don't want to feel bad, or I don't feel angry, I don't want to feel hurt. Don't do that. Appreciate it. It has a message for you. It means you got to change. But it also means something very specific depending upon which emotion of these 10 categories. So before I go any further, let me review with you what the messages are that each one of these 10 signals is giving you. You've already said that if you're uncomfortable, the message is simple. You got to change your state, clarify what you want, and take action in the direction of what you want. And immediately you won't be uncomfortable anymore. If you're feeling category number 2, emotions of fear, whether it be concern or apprehension or worry or anxiety or scared or frightened or terrified, no matter what intensity it is, any one of those still are fearful emotions. And fear emotions deliver one message to us. We need to prepare ourselves to deal with something or to avoid the negative consequences of something that's coming up, something that's about to happen, a situation or an event. Basically, fear is get prepared. Get yourself so you can deal with something. And that's a valuable message, isn't it? Now, the problem is what most of us do is we get fearful and we don't take the message. We either try to deny the fear and act like we're real strong, and all it does is get stronger and stronger. Or worse, we just surrender the fear and we don't get the message. All we do is we get caught up in the emotion and we get more and more scared and we amplify it. And we start thinking of the worst that can happen rather than figuring out, okay, what do I need to do to be prepared to avoid the negative consequences and make this work? For example, people have fear of failure. That's a valuable fear. It's saying get prepared so you won't fail. The third category of emotions, those are hurt feelings. Give us a signal and a message that says you have an expectation that's not been met and you have a feeling of loss. I.e., you expected somebody to keep their word and they didn't. That hurt your feelings. Or you expected someone never to share something that you told them privately and they told somebody else. And then you feel hurt. You feel a sense of loss of intimacy with them or loss of trust. And that sense of loss is what creates that feeling of hurt inside of us. What do we need to do? It tells us immediately. We have to evaluate, is there really a loss here? Again, do we need to change our perception? Maybe you just didn't communicate to this person that when you told them this, you wanted them to keep this information private. Maybe you haven't lost anything. Maybe you just have to change your way of communicating your needs, or again, change your behavior. The next category is anger. That's the fourth category. And again, emotions like irritation or feeling livid or furious or enraged or resentful, all of these fit into this category. Any of these emotions are simply signals giving you a message. And the message here is that an important rule that you have in your life has been violated by someone else or maybe even by you. See, when we think something's really important and somebody violates that rule, we get upset about it. How we deal with that upset will determine a great deal of how much pain or pleasure we really experience in our lives and how close we get to other people or how much we push them away from us. In other words, if somebody violates your standards, that's the message. What you're supposed to do is the message real simple. Communicate that you have standards. Communicate that you know it's only your rule. It isn't necessarily their rule, but you need their help. Or you need to compromise and possibly. Some things you get angry about, you're going to get angry about for the rest of your life. You better identify those things and realize that those are just your standards. They're not everybody's standards. And if you go around being upset because everyone doesn't live by your rules, you're going to be upset your whole life. So again, maybe you need to change your perceptions, change your rules, so that life is a lot simpler and a lot less painful for you. The fifth category of emotions, frustration. These action signals are telling you need to change your approach to achieving your goal. Whatever you're going after, you're not going to get it the way you're doing it right now. That's why you're frustrated. You keep trying to get the same result by doing the same thing over and over again. There was a definition given a long time ago about insanity. It said insanity is attempting to get a new result by doing the same thing over and over again. It'll never work. So you've got to change your approach. When you feel frustrated, just know, hey, that's the message. I got to change my approach. I need to be more flexible in the situation. Category number 6, disappointment. If you start to feel disappointed, that's a signal. And that signal is bringing you a message. And the message is that you need to realize an expectation you had, an outcome you're going after, is not going to probably happen unless you change your expectation and make it more appropriate for the situation at hand. In other words, maybe you wanted something to happen in too short a period of time. Realize disappointment says you need to change your expectations. You need to change simply your view of things and come up with a more appropriate outcome for the time that you have involved, the people you have involved, the situation you have involved. So that's the message. Listen to it. Utilize it. Don't keep re-experiencing disappointment and stacking it till you feel overloaded, overwhelmed, or hopeless, or inadequate, which are emotions we'll talk about later. But first, let's talk about the next one. The 7th major category of emotions are guilt or regret emotions. Hey, when you've got feelings of guilt or regret, a lot of people say, well, don't feel guilty about anything. Garbage. Guilt serves you if you hear the message. And the message of guilt is really simple.
Guilt serves you if you hear the message.
You violated one of your own standards, and you must do something immediately to ensure that you're not going to violate again in the future. That's why you have the pain of guilt. Now, what most people do is they do one or the other. They either deny the guilt, take themselves out of it, and don't feel guilty at all, which, I agree you shouldn't stay in guilt, but if you just deny the guilt and don't get the message, the guilt's going to come back. It'll get you sooner or later. It's back there. It's deep. It's dark. It'll get you. So with that fear, maybe you should turn that fear into getting the message instead of being overwhelmed and, again, surrendering to guilt. That's the other extreme. People just walk around and they allow themselves then to feel inferior for the rest of their life. They feel so regretful about what they once did. That is not the purpose of guilt. It's to make sure you clean up your act. It's to make sure that you don't violate this again. It's that you make things right when you screw up. That's what you got to do. Now, sometimes you can't. Sometimes someone has passed away or something's occurred where you feel guilty about something that happened in the past you really can't change. The only thing you can change is your present and future behaviors. When you do that, you can let go of the guilt. That's the message it offers you. Again, when you feel the signal, what do? You identify the signal and you realize, hey, I'm feeling regret or I'm feeling guilt. Secondly, you appreciate the message. It's a message that says you need to change something. Either your perception or your procedure. Maybe you're feeling guilty about something you shouldn't feel guilty about at all. Have you ever done that? I really regret what I said. I was wrong. Boy, the guilt will disappear. Or change your behavior in the future. Change the way you're going to communicate to that person or people like them. Any one of these 3 changes, again, will immediately eliminate the guilt, and the guilt will serve a good purpose, hasn't it? It's kept you on track. It's moved you forward. It's made you a better person. That's why it's there. Utilize it. Don't wallow in it. Let's go to category number 8, inadequacy. Boy, if you feel inadequate, those are any of those emotions, again, that make you feel like you're less than. Feelings of being unworthy, for example, or being inadequate feeling. Whenever you feel this emotion or emotion like it, get excited. Appreciate it's offering you a message, and the message it's offering you is simple. It's saying you need to do something to get better in this category right away. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect at it. Inadequacy just says you got to do something. Don't sit on your duff anymore. You're feeling inadequate because you haven't done anything to be really good in this area. Now, the first thing you got to do is to go through this process. Just ask yourself, is this really an appropriate emotion? That is, am I really inadequate, or do I need to change the way I'm perceiving things? Maybe I got some rules today. In order for me to be adequate, I have to go on the dance floor and outdo John Travolta. That's probably inappropriate perceptions. You need to change the perceptions, or maybe changing the procedures, which is, I need to prepare myself by doing something right now to get better. One thing you can do is just go practice. One thing you do is go out and initiate some communication. So inadequacy is a message to get up and do something to become better, or to change your criteria, to look at what you're doing and make it easier for yourself to feel adequate. You've probably got rules that are too harsh. Now, category number 9. This is one of the categories that I think immobilizes and destroys more people's lives than virtually any of the others combined. And that is a feeling of being overloaded or overwhelmed or hopeless or depressed. They all fit together. I use overloaded to make it sound simpler. If you say, gosh, I'm depressed, you'll immediately feel much more intensity than if you say I'm overloaded. The key here is to realize that this is a signal. You feel hopeless, depressed, overwhelmed, or overloaded. The message that's offering you it is you need to reevaluate what's most important to you in this situation. Sit down right now and decide what is absolutely important, what's a necessity for you versus what's a desire. Write down all the things that are most important for you to accomplish. Then, 2, put them in order of priority. And then 3, take the first one on your list and do something about it. It's the same thing with depression, the same thing for being hopeless. Sit down and say, okay, instead of saying it's hopeless, I need to change my state. Number 1, that's always the message of all these emotions. Number 2, I gotta clarify what's most important to me. Write it all out. 3, what's the order of the importance? And 4, what's the first thing on my list? Let me go handle that. The minute you go handle anything, and you deal with one simple issue, your brain can handle it. As soon as you handle that situation, you will feel like you're in control of your world. You will not feel overloaded. You will not feel overwhelmed. You'll feel like there's hope. And you won't feel depressed. Your self-esteem grows when you do something to take control of events instead of having events take control of you. All you have to do to take control of events is chunk them down. Take one thing and master it. The message is simple. You're trying to do too much in too short a period of time. You're looking at the whole world and expecting everything to be perfect overnight. And you're feeling like
big bar, Joe.
Chunk it down. Here's the final category.
Final category.
10. Feeling lonely.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever felt really lonely? Gosh, I don't think there's anybody alive who hasn't. But what does it mean when you feel lonely? What is the message that you should get from that signal? I think the message is really simple. What we really need at that moment, the message is telling us we need a certain connection with people. The challenge with that message is a lot of times people take the word connection or the idea of the need for a connection with another human being and they make it into a sexual connection or instant intimacy. And they feel frustrated because even when they have that, they still lonely. What we really can do is identify what kind of connection. Maybe you do need an intimate connection. Maybe you just need some basic friendship or someone to listen to or somebody to laugh with or someone to talk to. It's real important when we feel lonely, just say, hey, this is really neat. What's great about being lonely is it says I really care about people. I love to be with people. And I need to find out what way I want to be with somebody right now. And then take an action immediately to go in the direction we want. All of these emotions, these
Trap house vibes,
emotions, are there for a reason, and they're to give us a message that something needs to change.
Hey, what gentlemen, right now you're tuned into Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind, elevate your life.
All right, Champ, come in, Champ. Come in. AJ, come in. Come in. So I keep saying go to the other side because you keep you see, I got the video on, and you know what I'm saying, when we cut it up, I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? You got me? So I'm saying this side right here, like this whole side. And my daughter used to do that all the time. Anytime the camera was on, she was like running in the camera. I'm like, yo, can you stop running in the camera? She kept running in the camera. I keep telling him, like, yo, stay on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And he keep coming. Look. All right. So, so look, 2 things though, because there's a lot of bars in this one. I got another one, Jim Rohn, that I want to play, right? So we could do 2 things. We could do 2 things. Because I keep hearing people, you know what I mean? I keep hearing people say they missed it a little bit. So I can replay this, right? I can replay this whole thing, or I could go to the next. What y'all feeling like? Business Bully, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all want me to go to Jim Rohn, or y'all want? Because I got a Jim Rohn joint that talk about emotions as well. I could go to Jim Rohn, or I could replay this Tony Robbins. But just know though, right? But just also know, right? Also know that this is available on mindrightradio.com. It is available right via time. So if you're a VIP member, I'm literally uploading it right, like as we speak. I'm literally uploading it right now as we speak. Hold on, look. As I'm talking to y'all, I'm uploading it to the site. So you'll be able to download it. It's called Feel Your Feelings. Let's see, an update. All right, we good money. All right, on to the next. We good? All right. So we gonna go with the next one. And then I need y'all to and then I'll open it up for any requests. All right, Jim Rohn, control your emotions.
You are now tapped in and tuned in. MindRightRadio.com.
Let me just quickly give you a list of 4 emotions that can change your life in one day. Emotions are powerful. Sometimes it doesn't take much to alter your whole life direction. Number 1, disgust. Powerful emotion. Disgust says, I have had it. See, that could be the day you can say, I've had it. Whether you've had it with something small or something major, the day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, but the day it begins. Here's the next one, decision. And decision-making is powerful, and it's emotional. That's those knots in the pit of your stomach, right? Waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, trying to decide. We sometimes call it inner civil war.
Wait, I'm gonna bring it back. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it back because my connection paused. Fast shot to New Orleans, you know what I mean? And no, fast shot to the Wi-Fi. And no, I'm in New Orleans with the fam. So I'm about to rewind this. I promise y'all the bars on this is different. It's big bars on here. I need y'all to listen. I need y'all to listen to what my guy Jimmy. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this one back. Y'all know wait, hold on. Y'all know I gotta bring it back the right way. I can't bring it back no other way but this. Wait, hold on.
You are now tapped in and tuned in.
No, that's not it.
MindRightRadio.com.
Yo, tapped in and tuned in. Elevation on another level. MindRightRadio.com.
Wait, hold on. I gotta bring it back the right way. Hold on.
Yo, bring that back. Hip hop motivation on another level. Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind.
In a civil war, big bars.
You are now tapped in and tuned in. MindRightRadio.com.
Let me just quickly give you a list of 4 emotions that can change your life in one day.
4 emotions.
Emotions are powerful. Sometimes it doesn't take much to alter your whole life direction. Number 1, disgust. Powerful emotion. Disgust says, I have had it. See, that could be the day. The day you can say, I've had it. And whether you've had it with something small or something major, the day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, but the day it begins. Here's the next one, decision. And decision-making is powerful, and it's emotional. That's those knots in the pit of your stomach, right? Waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, trying to decide. We sometimes call it inner civil war. What shall I do? Well, for progress, you must decide. The best advice I can give you came from a wealthy friend of mine who said, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. If you went home tonight and in the next few days cleaned up a whole list of decisions, that might furnish enough inspiration for the next 10 years. I found this out. Any time after you decided, getting on with it is easier than deciding. Sometimes decision is the toughest part. Here's the next emotion, desire, wanting to bad enough. And I don't know how to tell you to want to. That's something you've got to come up with. There's two things I know about desire. Number one, it comes from inside, not outside. You don't send off for it. Number two, I know desire can be triggered by something. Who knows what it might be? Sometimes desire waits and sleeps for something to happen. Maybe it's a book. Maybe it's a song. Maybe it's a sermon. Maybe it's a lecture, a seminar. Maybe it's the conversation of a friend, a happening, an event. Who knows? The best advice I can give you is what I give my staff. It goes like this. Welcome every human experience. You never know which one is going to turn it all on. Even the bad experience. Sometimes from the bitterest experience comes the greatest awakening. So let down the barriers. Take down the walls. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Let life touch you. Don't let it kill you, but let it touch you. Here's the last one. This one powerful. Resolve. Resolve says I will. Two of the most powerful words in the language. I will. Benjamin Disraeli once said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Shortly put, I'll do it or die.
I'll do it or die.
See, that's powerful. That could be the day that turns your life around.
Sheesh.
The world has a strange way of stepping aside when somebody says, I'll do it or
I'll do it or die.
The man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult. It's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me waving from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back.
Oh, that's a bar.
Oh,
I ain't thought y'all caught that.
To activity that brings results. And results is the name of the game. Here it is. Action. Finally, you must do something about how you feel.
That's a bar.
Jesus,
Go
the
back to
master
that
teacher,
one.
said, don't just be listeners. Be doers. The world admires.
Jackie, I see you caught that, Jackie. Jackie
Whatever it
Manning.
takes to get you to try harder, read more, set your goals, and go for it.
If you change your mind, then you change your life.
I'm going to run that back because it's a short one, but it's impactful.
25-8.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to run that back. Right? I'm going to run that back. But yo, listen. My guy caught the big bar. Right? That's out. Look. Yo, my guy Jim Rose said the big bar. Yo, he said, listen. He said the door that blocks failure is the same door that blocks opportunity. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head. The door that blocks failure is the same door that blocks opportunity. Which means that all of the things that you are putting in the way to protect yourself from failing is those same things that's in your way that's not allowing you to see opportunity, which is blocking your success. You think you built a castle, but you actually built a jail. You think you isolated yourself and you're living in peace, but you created your own jail because you're not even living the best life that you could possibly live. The same door that blocks failure is the same door that blocks opportunity. You think you're being safe. You think you're being safe, but you live in the most dangerous life. You know how dangerous it is to not fulfill your full potential? You know how dangerous that is? That's the biggest danger you face. That's the biggest danger you face. The biggest danger you face is not living out your full potential. That's the biggest danger. Not the potential danger that can happen by you failing. And so now you created this wall, you created this door that's blocking this failure, that same door is the door you got to pass through to opportunity. It's the door you got to pass through to get to your best life. And so now you created a jail for yourself. Now you created your own jail. And you sitting in this jail and you thinking, yo, I'm living my best life. No, you're not. Because you don't even know what the best life look like. And that's dangerous, yo. That's dangerous. You know how dangerous that is? For God to give you another opportunity at life and you not taking advantage of it? You know how dangerous it is that God gave you an assignment and you not trying to go see that assignment? Yo, you know how that's dangerous. Yo, that is the. Y'all don't hear me though. I don't think you hear me. Maybe Jim got you. Hold on, Jim. Tell him one more time. Tell him one more time. I don't think they get it.
You are now tapped in.
I don't think they get it.
MindRightRadio.com.
Let me just quickly give you a list of 4 emotions that can change your life in one day. Emotions are powerful. Sometimes it doesn't take much to alter your whole life direction. Number 1, disgust.
Disgust.
Powerful emotion.
Powerful emotion.
Disgust says, I have had it. See, that could be the day. The day you can say, I've had it. And whether you've had it with something small or something major, the day you can say, I've had it, may not be the day it ends, the day it begins. Here's the next one, decision. And decision-making is powerful, and it's emotional. That's those knots in the pit of your stomach, right? Waking up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, trying to decide. We sometimes call it inner civil war. What shall I do? Well, for progress, you must decide. The best advice I can give you came from a wealthy friend of mine who said, if it's easy, do it easy. If it's hard, do it hard. Just get it done. If you went home tonight and in the next few days cleaned up a whole list of decisions, that might furnish enough inspiration for the next 10 years. I found this out many times after you've decided. Getting on with it is easier than deciding. Sometimes decision is the toughest part. Here's the next emotion, desire, wanting to bad enough. And I don't know how to tell you to want to. That's something you've got to come up with. There's 2 things I know about desire. Number 1, it comes from inside, not outside. You don't send off for it. Number 2, I know desire can be triggered by something. Who knows what it might be? Desire waits, sleeps for something to happen. Maybe it's a book, it's a song, maybe it's a sermon, maybe it's a lecture, a seminar, maybe it's the conversation of a friend, a happening, an event. Who knows? The best advice I can give you is what I give my staff. It goes like this: welcome every human experience. You never know which one is going to turn it all on. Even the bad experience. Sometimes from the bitterest experience comes the greatest awakening. So let down the barriers, take down the walls. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Let life touch you. Don't let it kill you, but let it touch you. Here's the last one. This one's powerful. Resolve. Resolve says I will. 2 of the most powerful words in the language. I will. Benjamin Disraeli once said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Shortly put, I'll do it or die. That's powerful. That could be the day that turns your life around. The world has a strange way of stepping aside when somebody says, I'll do it or die. The man says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too rocky, it's too difficult, it's never been done before, but it's my mountain, I will climb it. Pretty soon you'll see me, even from the top. Or dead on the side, because I ain't coming back. Now let me show you what triggers all emotions into activity that brings results. Results is the name of the game. Here it is. Action.
Action.
Finally, you must do something about how you feel.
About how you feel, that's it.
Jesus, the master teacher, said, don't just be listeners.
Don't just be listeners.
Be doers.
Just be doers.
The world admires the doers. whatever it takes to get you to try harder, read more, set your goals, and go for it.
If you change your mind, then you change your life. Mind Right Radio. Inspiration and motivation 25/8. That's all the time. More than humanly possible. Elevation on another level.
That's what I got for y'all, yo. Yo, listen, first and foremost, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Rock with me, yo. Like I promise you. If you're not a VIP member, go to MindRightRadioVIP.com. Both tracks are available right now. Both are powerful. Take some action. They're also on MindRightRadio.com. You just gotta catch them when you catch them. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, make sure y'all check out Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, Derek Harper. Powerful episode. A lot of bars were dropped. I need y'all to go to Earn Your Leisure podcast right now or Earn Your Leisure YouTube channel. Run that number up. Then go to iPhone. Then go to Android. Then go to Spotify and subscribe to Inside the Vault with Ash Cash. Run that number up. Y'all, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Again, I only have 4 spots left for the 3-day intensive. It's starting next week in God's will. On Tuesday, June 8th, we are going to have a powerful 3 days. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all in the building. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, again for rocking with me. Have a great weekend. I'm going to see y'all on Monday in God's will. Same time, same place. All right, y'all. Peace.
I'm talking about well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, show.